what you did?
Hmm?
Do you know what you did for audio to work?
Yeah.
And what was it?
Hmm.
Do you know what it was?
Yeah.
Did you need to do something to your audio?
Oh, yes, just I touched it. Now it's okay.
Okay, so now it's working. Yes? Yes. Okay, now I can hear you.
Yes.
Very good. See, this this is the most tricky part, trying to set up the technology. Yes.
It's very tricky.
Yes, yes. It is very, very sensitive and picky. You have to,
I never use this. I first time this use.
yes,
My daughter has downloaded Zoom, but
yes,
just I today only try
yes,
it. Yeah.
yes. So as anything else, it takes time to learn the way of, setting up the technology. Technology, it's very, very um how can you say complicated? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's complicated. So
Yes.
we are going to have a meeting on Sunday, but you see, here is the dilemma. The dilemma is
Mm.
catering to everybody's timeline on the planet. The time zone,
Mm.
time zone's not always just right for everybody, is it? No, time zone. So
Yeah.
that's going to be the dilemma to to have regular meetings on a Sunday for the time that is right for those that can be at the meeting. Yes?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So this is why it may take some planning to find a time for everybody. May not be easy because we are in different parts of the planet. So you may not have the spare time to attend these
Yeah.
Zooms. So what will have to be done now? I'm going to have to cater to to those that are from India, where you are at now in India,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we can have regular Zoom around this time. Uh,
Mm.
right now, I'm in London, and it's almost 9 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm.
if I go and check program on the internet, I do have a program, and that's a world clock. And if I look on the world clock, and let me add India, so I will
Yeah.
know. Let's see. So I will know what time it is there. Let me just get signed on here, and let me add Dubai. I'm gonna add Dubai, and that should bring up that area. Okay. So it's almost 1 in the afternoon
Mm.
where you are. Yes,
At Gujarat, Ahmedabad,
it's
India.
yeah. It's
India.
almost
Yeah.
it's almost 1 p.m.
It's now 2:20.
It's 2:20.
Yeah, 2:20 p.m.
2:20 p.m. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Yes. Let me see if I could get.
New Delhi times it's okay for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's the
Uh,
same. Mm.
okay.
Mm.
What other main city is where you live?
Mm. Almost, yeah, Ahmedabad is and New Delhi time, both are same.
What is the name of the city that you are in now?
Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
How do you spell that?
Pardon?
How do you spell?
Stay.
How do you spell that name of the city?
Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad.
Uh,
Ahmedabad.
now I see. Okay, let me save that. I'm going to save. I
In
see now.
Gujarat.
222, 223. I see now. I had to set up the world
Mm.
clock. I had
Okay.
to set up the world clock, and now I
Mm.
know where you are now, and so I will know the time.
Mm.
So if this time is okay for you, what we need to do is
Mm.
set up special Zoom.
Mm.
Okay, so I will set up special Zoom for Harsha. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That's okay. That's okay.
Mm. Mm.
So maybe we might be able to have Zoom with other people from uh, Ahmedabad also.
Yeah.
Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
Ahmedabad? Yeah, Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad. I see now. I
Ahmedabad.
will learn more about your city, and I will study. I will
Mm.
study about your city, so I will know more.
So, mm.
Uh, so that way I can be familiar.
Mm.
Yeah, I can be familiar. I
Okay.
wish I knew how to speak Hindi. Then, then I would be able to communicate better. But I do not speak Hindi. I can only speak English. So
Very nice. No problem. We will try
yeah, we will
to
try. Yeah,
learn English.
yes, yes, we try. So I will try to use simple words in English and try not to use
Mm.
big complicated words. So I'll try, you know,
Mm.
to keep
Mm.
the communication
Mm.
very simple, very
Mm.
simple. Yes.
Yeah, I understand your language very easily. Otherwise, the pronunciations of their English are very hard and tough to understand for me.
Yes.
But I can
Yes.
understand you easily
That's good.
because
That's
you are
good.
saying, yeah.
But I will try to be congruent, and I'll try to be
Mm.
with using
Mm.
simple words in English without
Mm.
complicating
Mm.
the way that the English language is to be used.
Yeah.
That's very important in terms of this message,
Mm.
taking Advaita Vedanta and then converting that to English.
Mm.
It's not an easy task.
Yeah.
It's not, and this is why the people in the Western world
Mm.
are confused.
Mm.
They're trying to understand
Mm.
the the Sanskrit
Yeah.
and then take Sanskrit and then translate to English.
Yeah, but in the Sanskrit, many words are also like that. We cannot translate in English. They are very
Yeah,
hard.
there's
They are
that
very
too.
hard.
There's that
Yeah.
too. Yes. So we have to try to take
Mm.
those terms uh,
Mm.
vocalized in Sanskrit
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then try
As
to
it is.
find English equivalent.
As it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So once we're able to do that, then the
Mm.
message of Advaita Vedanta can, the clarity
Mm.
can then be established.
Mm.
Yes, yes. But that undertaking,
Mm.
I've been making an effort to do so using translators. So, in order to understand the Sanskrit scribed Upanishads and the Gita,
Mm.
I take the program, the translator,
Mm.
and it tells me and comes back with English interpretation.
Mm.
And so this is how the message can get to the Western world more clearly in
Mm.
terms of Gita and
Mm.
Upanishad, uh,
Mm.
the teachings that are there, the 108 Upanishads, and then there's the Gita. But we are referring to the Upanishads because that is
Mm.
the essence
Mm.
of the Advaita Vedanta, of the message that the Western world is trying to understand.
Mm.
And this is new technology, and then using English language, and then trying to get all of that
mm,
uh,
mm,
synchronized, get all of that
mm,
information to
mm,
be carried over, and then once that's established, then it will be recognized,
mm,
and then the message can take more
mm,
um, effectiveness for the
mm.
interpretations
Yeah.
to be, translated from
Mm,
Sanskrit
mm.
to English,
English.
and
Mm.
then there will be
Mm.
the connection.
It's hard. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
hard.
it's hard. It's very difficult. It's complicated.
Yeah.
But if that challenge is met,
Mm-hmm.
it can be
Mm,
successfully done. It can be completed. It can be
mm.
a reality.
Very nice.
Although
Mm.
this is temporary reality, obviously with Maya,
Yeah.
yet we can still
Mm.
we can still have the
Mm.
clarity,
Mm.
which the clarity has yet to be established until
Mm.
the full impact of the Sanskrit can be translated to English.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the challenge. This is the
We
biggest.
study. I study to Sanskrit
Yes,
for 4 5 years, but it was very basic, not in depth. But basically, little I know words, some Sanskrit we can understand also.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
But our mother tongue is Gujarati. So
Gujarati,
Gujarati is our mother tongue.
Gujarati.
So
Okay, is that is
Gujarati.
that a is that a type of Hindi, or is it a different type?
No, it is different than Hindi.
It's different. It's
Yeah,
so it's a language of its own.
it's very sweet language, and all scriptures are very easily available in that language.
Oh,
So all others are translated from that Gujarati to other language. So
oh, that's
mostly available all scriptures in Gujarati. So it is very easy for me to understand.
see, easy
Mm,
in language you are familiar with. See,
yeah, yeah, mother
see,
tongue. So
so
mm,
English, Western world's trying to
yeah,
catch up
yeah,
to your language.
mm,
See, but that's the language
mm,
that comes back to the ancient tongues, the
mm,
original tongues,
mm,
and that's this the essence of Advaita Vedanta that can
yeah,
see. That's what we're trying. We're trying to
mm,
make an effort to meet the
mm,
essence of your language, but
mm,
using English to do so, which
yeah,
is the challenge. That's the challenge.
yeah.
That's going to be the challenge.
Uh,
Yes, but uh, but there are those of us, such as this action figure, and I say action figure because it is now recognized that the separate sense of self has dropped, as it is
mm,
stated in the Upanishads. In the
mm,
Upanishads, it says uh, these methods
mm,
of taking language and the utterance
mm,
of uh, trying to connect with
mm,
a different language. These languages that are new, the
mm,
languages that are modern,
mm,
taking the ancient tongues of
mm,
those languages, like as you are familiar with, and then
mm.
trying to translate that into English. There's the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I heard that there are so many books of Gujarati and Sanskrit has been translated in English, and they are very super books.
Yes,
Uh,
they're good. That's what we need to look at.
yeah,
Those
and
books and the original ancient tongues, and
yeah,
going back to those that have the essence.
yeah, that's
That
also are in English.
yes,
But I got translated in Gujarati sometimes. I purchase like that and
y-
reading.
yes.
If
There's the
I mean,
challenge. Yes,
uh,
that's the challenge. It will be most challenging for the action figures that are the next generation modern in these modern times now,
yeah,
in these times. So
Yes, yes.
so yes, yes, but
Mm.
it's good to see because something similar happened with the Swamis
Mm.
in the 1970s.
Mm.
Something similar to this happened where we had. Let me see if I can find. There's a book that came out, The Science of Self-Realization.
Yes. By
Bhakti
Vivekanand.
Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Mm.
Yes,
Yes. Sri
this
Sri Prabhupada. Yeah.
yeah. He translated
Mm.
many languages
Mm.
from the Gita, and he
Mm.
took all the Gita and he
Mm.
did this. He did this himself. He actually took upon the challenge to
Mm.
translate into all the world's languages
Mm.
and puts
Yes.
together a
Mm.
direct translation.
Okay.
And then there's the Bhagavad Gita,
Mhm.
and I studied it,
Yeah.
and it's the same Swami for both books,
Yes.
for both, yes. But this was
Mhm.
1970s.
Mm.
See, we need to take this and then
Mm.
make translation for times
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and I think that's where we're going to continue to get the message and the essence of the
Mm.
Gita and the
Actually,
Upanishads.
actually, actually, at my point, my review, spiritualism is very easy. Spiritual path is also very easy, but the old scriptures and language has make it complicated.
Yes,
If
yes,
you
it does.
understand, if
Yes,
you
it does. It's
understand easy language and easy words, we can use very easy for everyone can understand. Then it is
yes,
very easy things. Nothing to hard in spiritualism, you know.
yes, yeah, yeah. I know. That's
But only due to these hard words of scriptures, people can't reach at the what they want.
yes, yes. They are. They're not taking the essence of the teachings
So,
and the
so,
scriptures.
mm,
They
so
they are.
as possible as we have to make it very simple language, simple words, so everyone can understand it easily, and they can also achieve what they want in this path,
Yes,
on this path. Yes.
yes.
Mm.
There's too much interference with culture of the Western world where
Mm. Mm.
they are too focused on the superficiality, the
Mm.
imagery of the appearance of the body.
Yeah.
This is the main challenge to, um, which is why ashram
Mm.
is so important. If the Buddhist, for example,
Mm. Mm.
is to recognize that these superficialities is
Mm.
what's causing the hindrance of the
Mm.
essence of the Upanishads and the Gitas
Yeah,
to get
otherwise, you
through.
know, all Sanskrit scripture are too much hard to understand. The common man, common people.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Sanskrit too hard, and if they translate in English, then that is too hard.
yes,
Uh,
it is.
I think all scriptures should be in everyone's mother tongue, so they
Yes,
can understand it easily.
and that's what
Mm.
we are trying to
Mm.
strive to reach that point in the
Mm.
society. But the
Yeah.
society of the modern times
Mm.
is too confused
Tough.
because they are distracting themselves with the separate sense of self.
Yeah.
See, so the separate sense of self,
Mm.
as it says and stated in the Upanishads,
Mm.
it will obviously,
Mm.
cause the continuation of the English Western
Mm.
world not being able to understand this message.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes it more
Mm.
more
Yeah.
difficult, and it
Mm.
interferes with the
Yeah.
essence of the
Yeah.
Upanishads and the essence of the Gitas, and
Mm.
so that's what we have happening. It
Yeah.
seems now.
Mm.
What is helpful is Swami in New York
mm,
Uh, the Advaita Society in New York City,
mm,
that's where the very first Swami, back in the 1940s,
mm,
to the Western world, he brought
mm,
Advaita, the Advaita Vedanta message. Uh,
mm,
and now there's a Swamis
mm,
continuing
mm.
in New York City, and they are using this technology now. And
Name? What is name?
the name just I'll give you name. Let me look up now. Uh,
Sarvapriyanandi?
and I will put it here in this room on the text when I find it. Okay, so
Sarvapriyanandi? Is he
I,
Sarvapriyanandi?
I'm not sure. See, it's the names that I'm trying to, they're very very long compared to the ones in English. The names
Otherwise, I
given in
am
English.
hearing video of Sarvapriyanandi, New York Ramana Society.
I think
New
that's
York
the one.
Ramana Society.
Advaita Society that was established in the 1940s. That was the very first Swami that
Oh, okay, okay.
came from the land,
Mm,
from the motherland, and then
mm,
went across the Atlantic Ocean, and
mm.
then very first Swami brought the message of Advaita Vedanta to New York City, and then
Okay.
it was established in New York City, and then it spread
Mm,
all throughout
mm,
United States, North America, and then
mm,
those who had ears to
mm,
hear and those who had eyes to see and the comprehension and understanding,
mm,
then they began to join
mm.
the
Okay.
ashrams that were set up
Mm,
this way. But now, with
mm,
modern technology, we can use this technology
mm,
and take the ashram and
mm,
make it shown on screen like this,
mm.
and then communicate,
Yeah.
communicate the teachings, communicate the Upanishad, communicate, and that's the
Mm,
that's sort of the goal. That is something that will be helpful
mm.
for the Western world to to drop all the unnecessary self-affliction of suffering,
Yeah.
self-afflicted suffering. It should
Mm,
not be that way because that which that which already is the Brahman,
mm.
there's Maya. So
Yeah.
there's Maya making
Illusion. Mm,
illusions for them,
mm,
to think
mm,
that no, it's the self
mm,
that matters.
mm,
It's the self that needs to take care of itself, and then there's other selves.
mm,
So that's separation, but
mm.
there is no separation.
There is no separation.
There's no separation.
We all are one, actually.
All are one, right? And this is what we are trying to do in the Western world.
But
Uh,
experienced must. Without experience, no one can understand that we all are one.
that's
Uh,
right. And
right?
so that's the
So
message that we
to
strive.
how to do experience. So
Yes.
you have to do meditation regular. Then you
Yeah,
will.
well, there's the meditative practices as well. There is bhakti yoga. The
Without
bhakti yoga.
meditation, you cannot achieve yourself, and you
There's
cannot know the real truth of universe.
there's the bhakti yoga devotion.
Yeah.
And if
So
the
meditation
devotion
is
is
best way.
that's the
Uh,
practice that this body mind,
regular we
this
have to
this
do
body
meditation.
mind uses the
Yeah, yeah.
bhakti yoga practice. And
Just it's a tool. Body mind are tool only tools, and we are the observer of that body mind.
yes,
But we can reach there by meditating regular.
yes. Uh, and if the devotion in bhakti yoga is strong,
Mm.
then the communication is clear,
Automatically, it
and then
will be automatically.
the default position automatically.
The
It,
energy flow will be also automatically connected. Universe energy with
this is
truth.
what's happening here.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what's happening here with this
Mm.
the body mind action figure,
Yeah.
uh, the appearance,
Feel.
the
You can feel it.
manifestation
Mm.
from nowhere, out of nothing,
Mm.
which is of course the absolute Brahman.
Mm.
Then temporary manifestation of the human
Mm.
corporeal form, yes,
Mm.
then it's the absolute flow of the
mm.
chi, of the energy flow,
Energy. Mm.
and then that is always it's always that way.
Continuous,
Yeah,
continuous,
yes,
constant,
always no beginning,
constant, continuous. Yeah.
alpha and omega, no beginning and no end.
Mm.
Alpha and omega, that's the absolute Brahman.
Then it is permanent with you.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, this is why
So,
I cannot, this is why I do not look at the
yeah,
action figure in the eye,
yeah.
because that's what
Everything.
I learned in Bhakti Yoga. Do not look in the eye of that which is not,
Mm.
that which is not true, that which is not, that which is Maya. Maya tries
Yeah.
to fool,
Mm.
always trying
Pull
to fool
out.
and send illusions.
It Maya pulls to samsara, you know,
Yeah,
in the world, in the world. And our five sense, if we close and you do
yes,
meditation, then
yes,
you will reach at your true source, your real
yes.
source. You can
That's
get it.
that's the
And
one.
then the energy flow will be continuous and constant. Once you connected with the universe energy, then you will be never lost it.
That's right, and that's the state.
Till it continues.
That's it. That's the
Yeah.
one that's experienced in
This this is experience. Yeah.
this space and time.
Mm.
So
Then
in the
we can
world,
know what
it,
is the real and what is the unreal.
yeah, the reality. So Maya
Mm.
is trying to send all different realities other than the ultimate reality, which is Brahman, which is,
Mm.
yes, which is of course, yeah, the absolute, the Brahman,
And
absolute.
after knowing everything is Brahma,
Everything's Brahman, absolute.
nothing is separate. Nothing is separate.
Absolutely. One
Uh,
without a second,
mm.
one without something else,
Shiva and
something else.
Shakti both are one, same Brahma.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. And this is the message that we try to make
Yeah,
effort because it's not for any meaning, reason, purpose, but it is for uh dropping all the delusions that Maya keeps throwing. Maya always,
yeah.
and then there's Shiva with all the arms.
And we can give, attend a real peace, inner peace. We
Yes,
can build inner
yes.
peace by that.
And
So it
this,
is very necessary in this now age,
yes, yes, the
in
peace
this
that
time.
surpasses all understanding.
Mm.
So there's no understanding
Uh,
required for,
Wisdom, they want wisdom to understand all this.
for the peace to already be. The peace is already there. It's already
Within,
everywhere.
within,
Every
yeah.
awareness of peace is already, and then there's the action figures, and then the body minds, and then the self that
Mm.
thinks it's a true self, and then it's going to find
Mm.
what it's seeking. It need not
Mm.
seek. The seeker
Yeah,
is the sought.
yeah.
You know, the
There is now no seeker, seeker lost in true self.
yes. And so the true self is always true self,
Uh, it's
right?
forever,
True self
and
always, always,
here
always,
and
always
now.
true self.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and
Mm.
then all the other
Mm.
delusions
Yeah.
that the self
Mm.
is interfering with the true self, and then
Mm.
it takes on all these different roles and these different you know,
Mm.
I need to be this way at work, and I need to be
Mm.
another way with society, and I need to be another way with family, and then it
Mm.
goes like that. It's separation. So once that
Yeah.
kind of separation, see
Mm.
there, then the connectivity with
Yeah.
all that is,
Yeah.
the absolute Brahman, the connectivity is
Mm.
broken.
Mm.
It recreates an interference pattern.
That's why suffering too. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, 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 and so
So actually, everything is Brahma. We are playing in Brahma. We are Brahma. As a Brahma, we are playing in a Brahma.
yeah, yes, yes. This
Uh,
is the
Nothing is separate. Yeah.
yes. Nothing is separate. There.
And
This is
mind
the
body is playing in Brahma, and mind body is also as a Brahma. As five
yes,
elements, we can see Brahma. As a true
yes, yes,
self, we can see Brahma.
yes.
Yeah.
It's the levels and levels and levels of the.
Yeah.
It's like the flea on the flea on the flea on the flea on the
Yeah.
flea on the flea.
Yeah.
It's just
The seeds
con-
in
con-
the tree and trees in the seeds.
constant continuation
Mm.
continuity where always
Mm.
always always always
Yeah.
and then no beginning to that and no end to that.
Energy is transforming, but not changing, but never it died. Energy never
That's right.
died.
It
Only
takes on
transforming, changing
inu-
only.
yeah, innumerable forms cycling, innumerable
Cycling.
forms. The countenance
Yes.
is immeasurable.
Yeah.
There is no exact countenance. There's no count,
Okay.
and this is why the scientists of language of science
Mm.
and they're trying to combine
Mm.
science with Advaita Vedanta.
Mm.
It does not work. It will not
Mm.
happen because they're
Mm.
trying to take what already is and then divide it. You can't separate. You can't divide what already is. And so
Mm.
this is what they're trying to do. And they're trying to say that it's a hard problem.
Mm.
They're trying to say that consciousness
Mm.
is in a single mind
Mm.
that taps into the infinite mind. No, no,
Yeah.
that's separation. There's the natural
Mm.
connectivity that's already,
Yeah. Then
but
you
yet,
can feel you are infinite.
yeah, it's the infinite,
Mm.
finitely. So
Mm.
the infinite, and then appearing as
Yeah.
finitenessing.
A little
But
bit. Yeah.
the infinite, finitenessing for a temporally temporary,
Mm.
yeah, time, because time is what? An illusion. Time is timelessness. There is no time per se, but
Mm.
the self, the
Mm.
separate sense of self, thinks in time.
Yeah. It's in mind. Mind concepts. Time is
Yeah, my concept's time, that there is a clock.
time, space, body. All are these mind concepts.
Yes,
Actually, there is no past. There is no future. You are here and now.
indeed.
That
And
is the present.
that's what is alluring to
Mm.
that which is seeking
Mm.
this peace that surpasses understanding,
Yeah.
the absolute Brahman. If the absolute Brahman is sought
Mm.
via Bhakti Yoga
Mm.
and any of the other 108 Upanishads,
Mm.
then that kind of devotion and
Yeah.
consistency,
Mm.
then the separate sense of self drops, collapses, because it has no foundation, no more
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Very nice. You explain and I understand too very nicely.
yeah. Yes, yes, it is. It is always.
And, experience too. I am sitting every day for meditation.
Yes,
Last 22 years continuous I am doing meditation.
yes,
I have my master too. He is Brahmlin, but he by his astral body is always with me. With me,
yes, yes.
his energy also with me,
The
and
energy.
yeah,
Yes.
and I can feel his energy also.
Yes, with Bhakti
Uh,
Yoga, the
yeah,
same experience, very
I
similar.
can feel peace within me.
Yes,
I am enjoying blissfulness all time.
yes, and and so uh, that which appears
Mm,
in this world of Maya is no
mm.
longer a
For us,
bother.
yeah.
It's no
Mm,
longer a problem. It's no longer
mm.
because
Then once we know the reality, then Maya is not there.
yes,
Illusion we broke.
yes, and
So we
so and
know the
so so Maya leaves and then
truth.
goes somewhere else.
Yeah, we know the truth now. That naked truth or word of
Yeah,
world.
that's right.
So there is
Yeah,
no fear. Also, there is no illusion. Also,
yeah,
and we can
there's
feel
the presence of protection almost. It feels
all
like
are one and same.
protection.
Nothing to worry. Yeah,
Yes, yes, no worries.
no fear.
When yes, when it's recognized. Yes,
No fear, no wants, no desire, everything we can feel that now we have treasure of peace within to me now. I don't want anything more from outside, from this
yes,
samsara or from this
yes.
world, illusive world.
The Christians
Mm,
say something similar. The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
mm,
That's what they
mm,
say.
mm.
But
You
then
are Lord.
that's a modern twist. It's a modern religion which is so far removed from right the absolute Brahman. So
They, people cannot
it's
accept
another
these
play
things.
it's another play of Maya. Maya throws religious beliefs the modern
Mm.
ones. And so the Western world, it is no wonder why they're so confused.
Yeah.
That
Because they are
confused.
not accepting that they are God. They are
Yeah,
themselves God. They are not accepting.
yeah,
Once you have to accept it, you have
yeah,
to experience it, and
yeah,
then you have to believe it.
yeah. So what's happening there? The sequence you just said, what's
Mm,
happening in the Western world is that they're
mm,
learning in the
mm,
schools,
mm,
then they're knowing it,
mm.
and then they're reinforcing the beliefs.
Yes.
See,
So
so it starts at learning,
mm,
then the knowledge base, then the knowing,
yeah,
and then the
then
taking action and believing in it.
experience,
So
experience,
that's
feeling.
interfering with all that
Yeah.
is. That's interfering with the absolute.
Mm,
So
mm.
that it's
So,
recognized. See now it's recognized because of the devotion
yeah,
in Bhakti Yoga. So the
yeah,
devotion is there. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Surrender to master and follow his rules and follow his all orders, all his commands.
yes,
And then we with surrender, then
yes,
his grace also with us. So
yes.
grace and our work, our hard work, that both
Uh-huh.
can give us a result.
Yes.
Mm. So I am very peaceful feeling with you and very glad to meet you. Very
Yes,
happy,
likewise. Thank you.
pleasure. Yeah,
Likewise.
thank you, my price.
Yes.
I bow to you.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you
Namaste.
very much.
Namaste.
Namaste. Pranam.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. Bye bye. Have
Bye
a
bye.
good
Bye bye.
good day.
Okay, you too. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.